Here you are. The data we collected in the Gorges of Spirits has been submitted for analysis, and we'll have the results today. I have the equipment for your physical examinations ready too. Any discoveries during your trip to the City Hall?
What do you think, Baizhi?
I have a hypothesis about the sugar pearl, but I need to verify it first. If possible, I recommend conducting non-destructive tests of all these tokens you have. Data is always straightforward. The first 3 tokens can be tested at my branch's laboratory. This miniature sundial will require radiographic testing, though. To access the necessary equipment, we'll need to file a request with one of the Tacitite Studies-related branches. Yes, Mortefi is the branch of Tacitite Weaponry's head within the Department of Safety. One moment, please.
Give me the items to be tested. Anything else you need me to know, you can let me know now. You may retrieve your items in 20 minutes, and the analysis report will be ready 5 minutes after that. Take a right, and you'll find me in the testing room. I don't see anything special with these items. Speaking of the sugar pearl, you all remember eating sugar pearls like this when you were kids? Well, I don't think I've ever had anything like this in my childhood. No, I'm from the New Federation. You mean the sugar pearl might be unique to Huanglong?
I remember a nurse lady giving me a candy like that.
So, sugar pearls like this were distributed at hospitals, perhaps.
The sugar pearl might be a type of medicine. Its sweet taste would have made it more palatable to children.
Miss Baizhi, as a Huanglong local working at the academy, I suppose you already had an idea about what it is?
I do have my theory as to what it is, but it still needs verification. I wouldn't proclaim any solid answers before confirming the chemical composition of this item with reliable data.
Seconded. Let's find out through actual testing then.
It will take some time before the results are ready. If you have other matters to take care of, you should go ahead. I'll let you know once we have the results.
Shall we wait here at the academy, Rover?
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I'll see you in a while for that. I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Do you have any questions before we begin? Apart from the ancient legend Yang Yang mentioned earlier, I've never heard of anything like this. But if we look at it another way, we might finally be able to verify said legend once we figure out what really happened with your body. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal? I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So it was indeed absorbed into your body. The Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy. How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking. This is known as overclocking, and is categorized into 3 levels based on severity. The excess resonance energy harms both the resonator and their surroundings. In extreme cases, the excess energy can even manifest as destructive tacit fields. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal. You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. Enemy's simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would.
First. One is the sound.
Such a nuisance. Commence healing. As Yotan had previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and you seem entirely unaffected by the Crownless's energy. We will temporarily boost your resonance ability for further testing.
One is the sound. I sense your weakness.
Not the slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy. So it was not your resonance ability either. I suppose we'll do another round to fully test your potential.
Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us. One is the sound.
Leave it to me. Endless reverberation. We have gathered all the data we need. The test is ending soon. Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords?
Rover! Rover! Thank goodness! You're awake, Baiji. What happened just now? The connection was suddenly cut off.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? An enormous moon looming above you. Now, this reminds me of the unusual sightings that supposedly happened during a past war. This is the first time we've run into anything like this since we put the training ground into use. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. But we cannot guarantee that all abnormal frequencies were eliminated. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. You may have encountered one such manifestation. I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. Or perhaps they were lifted from your subconscious in the first place. I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. Not until we've run a thorough analysis on the data collected. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health. In fact, all the data look quite good. But if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
I am Baiju, a researcher at the Huashu Academy. Let me witness where this encounter will take us.
This flower is for you. I hope it makes you happy.
handle your commission. Alone.
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test results?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It sounds different from a solid object. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon puzzle box. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there is a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. I have some basic knowledge, but there is someone else who is more knowledgeable in automata mechanics than I am. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like. No need to ask him. I can help you with this. I just need some time to think it over. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste. Well, since you've put it that way...
Rover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling. It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to concentrate. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed, you just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them. Division of labor is more efficient in getting things done. Besides, I would like to avoid stepping foot in Jiang Li's workshop ever again. The mere thought of that place brings me migraines. Considering its dreadful conditions, I can't agree more. How could he choose to work in such terrible condition? It's like willingly playing a score backwards.
I see. Shall we go and retrieve the parts now, Rover? I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks Much better than Mr. Mortify's description, though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortify. Mr. Mortify, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena. And the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortify?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing, but it's falling out of daily use now. What kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries.
Yes, the large data repositories located in Huanglong's major cities.
The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it! It's located on the way shelf. Mao Cheng Si Wu Wei Rover, it's here! There are 2 photos here. Huh. If I remember correctly, Zhenzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Zhenzhou City Hall and Huashu Academy were built in the same year. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Zhenzhou's founding. And the formidable tacit discord described here? I believe it is the Crownless. Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the lament. But I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Zhenzhou was grueling. Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not. With tacit discords ravaging Zhenzhou and severing all communication with other cities, desperation ran high. Words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experimentation with a newly developed vaccine, risking everything for a chance. If they failed, we owe our presence here to those who came before us. It's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it... a hero? Rover, about the sugar pearl. Zhenzhou was the most recent city established in Huanglong. The mountains of spirits running from north to south divide Huanglong in 2. The capital and the 5 cities are located in inner Huanglong, while Zhenzhou is in outer Huanglong. The Battle of Gorges of Spirits was the catalyst to found Zhenzhou. Tacit discords were born in the Norfolk Barrens, and their invasion route was originally traceable. However, the emergence of the Crownless changed it. The Crownless is a tacit discord that embodies war itself. The hatred of the fallen warriors and the fear of the survivors are the ingredients for it. With the limited information available, some researchers have speculated its connection with the Threnodian. When it comes to the Threnodian, there is a lot to tell. For now, think of it this way. The Threnodian is the most powerful tacit discord. The battle of the Threnodian that happened long ago was to fend it off. According to the reports, the Crownless is very similar to the formidable tacit discord we encountered. Our sentinel, Jue, manifested before us in that battle. Rover, about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover? I've only seen our magistrate once at the appointment ceremony. so I can't comment on her personality, but her policies have proven effective and greatly benefited us since she took office. Some believe that the remarkably far-sighted and profound decisions were actually devised by Councillor Changli due to the young age of the magistrate. Lady Changli is our magistrate's advisor and former teacher. She once held a high position in the Central Secretariat, but she requested a transfer to Zhengzhou. I've also heard rumors painting her as a cunning manipulator rather than a loyal servant.
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving the sundial's puzzle. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters. Maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle, instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. The initial clues may simply be a test to... She needed to ensure that those who may come across these tokens without understanding their true meaning would not be able to use them for access. If it were you, Yang Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
Baiju said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Chang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chempi's head, causing him to take a tumble. Some dogs kept barking and have been scaring the passers-by, so I went there to calm them down. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the one they're searching for, though. Anyhow, I need to visit the person who reported the case tomorrow. Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. That's pretty much the update for now. Huh? Are you not going to investigate the tokens? All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift. Meet you guys there in the morning. Be there or be square.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover?
Talk about hospitality. Boy, I wonder what it's like to live in the city hall. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the city hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow.